Hello friends, a lot of people actually ask me that which is a good community college and where the success rate for student visa is high and so on and so forth. So I thought of analyzing the data and basically see if there is any connection whatsoever between the community college you choose and your chances of getting a study visa success. But before that, I want to put a disclaimer out there. So first thing is that this analysis is based on 1 million records which I received from IRCC. And the data is from January 2017 to April of 2022. I can't guarantee the accuracy of the data which I received from IRCC, but I tried my very best to, analyze it properly. And another thing is that for a student visa success, there are many factors, right? It's just college might be one factor, but there are many other factors as well, which are super important as well. So this could be, your study plan, your financials, your ties to the home country, and so on and so forth. And last but not the least, I would say that all community colleges are good. They're much better than many other institutions and they're funded by government. But the point here is we are trying to do is analyze and see if there is any correlation between student visa approval and the college, right? And we will compare that. So stay tuned and I will be back. So welcome back. My name is Dil Sandhu and I'm a CICC licensed immigration consultant. Let's get right into today's topic. So the data analyzed is the community colleges of Ontario, right? I have the data for all the more than I think 1,300 institutions, which include all private colleges, community colleges, all universities in Canada. But I thought of starting with Ontario, and because Ontario has almost 38 to 40% of all international students apply to Ontario. And secondly, the community colleges play a very big role. They are the government funded institutions. So I just analyzed community colleges. So the things we will analyze is the student visa. I'm excluding the study permit extension because I think that is anyway, the approval rate is very high in that and there's no point looking at that data. So I'm only looking at the study permit approval for the first time. So we are looking at the approval or refusal by citizenship and the year, which is whether we have data for 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 till April 30th of 2022. So the other analysis would be based on, study visa approval or refusal based on field of study. So we will go over all of those things. So let me start with the raw data, right? So this is what I received and that's what on basis of what I did the whole analysis. So if you see the records are a lot, so it's even difficult to scroll. So there are almost over 1 million records in this, which shows whether it was a study permit or study permit extension, approval, when the decision was made, which country, which college, which field. So I have all the data, so which we have analyzed. So let's come to the analyzed data. So let's now look at the analyzed data. So if you see on the y-axis, you have all the colleges, all the community colleges in Ontario. I hope I didn't miss any. So for example, Mohawk College, Niagara College, Salt College, and then Sheridan College at the end. They are all in alphabet wise. And on the x-axis, you have the year, 2017, 2018, and till 2022. And the 22 data is till April of 30th. And then you have also the absolute number, how many actually applied, how many got approved, and how many got refused for each of the years as well. And then this is an aggregate percentage of students approved and students who were whose study visa was refused. So we have the data for each of the colleges. So this data, for example, so this shows all the countries. So we can always select a specific country. And if you want more information, you can always reach out to me and I might be able to help you out on this. So we can choose the country, which country we want. And if you see here, I only choose the one which is student and not the study permit extension one. And then on this one, I only selected the colleges which were community colleges. And there are more than 1,300 colleges as per my understanding. Okay, now let's look at the data. For example, I think there's no point in looking at aggregate data, but I think it's important from a country perspective. For example, citizens of India might want to know which college will give me, the chances might be higher. As I kind of told in the disclaimer, it's a correlation, it's not a causal relationship, but still, we can have some connections. So let's say here, so we select all, and then maybe I'll select India. And then if I go here, what I see here is that in case of Cambrian College, if I look at all 5.25 years, you see that there is 65% of the students got approved and 34% were not approved, were refused. And if you see that there are almost 14,000 students who applied in the last 5.5 years. And that was around 3.64% of the population as far as the community colleges is concerned, right? Out of all the community colleges students which went, so only 3.64 applied to Cambrian College. And if you see here, and I scroll down, one thing you will notice that, a lot of students going to Canada, which is around 20,000. But if you see, the elephant in the room here is Conestoga College. This college, it seems to be the preferred choice of Indian students. It's like 53,000 students have applied. But if you see the approval or the refusal rate, so the approval is around 62%, and it was in 2017 was 62, then 72%, and then in 2022 till April it was 55%. But if you see the number of students, like, they are huge. I think this is the biggest college for Indian students. And then if I go down, then you see another college, Fenshua, is also close to 20,000 students who applied. And then you have another big college, which is Lambton College, where you have 40,000 students who have applied in the last 5 and so years. And in that, the approval is around close to 79% for Lambton College. And then we see another big college, Northern College, more than 20,000 students applied. And we have another big college, St. Clair College. I think that is in Windsor. So that has another 40,000 students who applied there. And let's now look at the colleges where the approval is more than 70%, right? So if you look at this, so you have Sheridan College, which has approval of around 79%. But if you see, other interesting fact is that in 2017, so 5.86% of the students who applied to community college applied to Sheridan College. But this percent has steadily reduced in, which year is this? So this is 2020. So it kind of reduced in 2020, and that may be because of, whatever factors. And then it increased slightly in 2022 as well. And then we have, for example, this college, Algonquin College, which is also close to 80%, but not many students applied to this college. And that's also has been the trend, that most of the students from India want to be in the GTA. So that is another thing. And then you have Lawrence College, 70%. And then you have Seneca College, above 77% overall. And then you have colleges such as Mohawk College. I mean, this is not the data is pretty not even useful, because there are only 21 applications. I think that is basically a partnership agreement with Trios College, so we're not going to ignore that. And then you have the Mohawk College, which is 70%. And then we have Lambton College, which is 79%, Humber College 78%. And this could also be the reason, because some of the colleges where maybe the fees is less, a lot of people apply and their financials are not good. That might be the reason they are not the approval is less as well. But this just gives us some idea as to what is going on. And then you have Georgian College above 70%, and George Brown College above 70, and Fleming College above 70, Fenshua College above 70, and we have Confederation College, very few people go there, 78%. And then we have Centennial College, 79%, and Canadore College, more than 70%. And so we have this data, which is kind of quite useful, I would say. And if you want more information, I can get you more information as well, because there are many ways to analyze this specific data. Another thing is related to field of study, which I've also did some analysis. For example, you can also choose a typical field, and you can see for the same field, what is the approval rate for that specific college. For example, I mean, same with the previous data. This does not make sense in case of aggregate, but we can always have aggregate data. For example, if somebody wants to get into computing and IT, so let's look at all the data. So if you look at Cambrian College, so approximately 62% approval rate. Then you have Canadore 78, 71 for Centennial, and so on and so forth. So you have above 70% for Confederation College for Applied Arts and Technology. And then you have, let me just look at the ones which are very, very high. You have like 80% in case of Lambton College, Loyalist College above 70%, 90%. Okay, so this is again trial, so I would not even consider this data, because this seems to be a very low number to make any judgment. Then you have Niagara College above. Okay, so again, very few people are there. So this is, I think, their Toronto School of Management. And then you have Northern College 77%, and so on and so forth. But even more interesting could be that, for example, let's say if I only want to choose the students who are citizens of India, in that case, the same data might make even more sense, right? For example, if you are from India and there are how many people applied? Like 2,003 people applied, right? 1,400 got approved and 573 got refusal. So you have 71% here. Canadore is 80%. Centennial is 82%, Conestoga is 70%, Confederation is 79%. But you also need to be mindful of the numbers as well, right? That is the data big enough to make even sense of it? And you have above 70 in all the Fanshawe, Fleming, George Brown College, Georgian College. And then you have Humber College, 82%, 83% for Lambton College. And then your Loyalist is 70%. And then you have Northern College, which is 77%. And then you have Seneca College above 80%. And then you have Algonquin College above 80% and Sheridan College above 83%. So you can analyze this in so many different ways, and basically, you know, to make sense of how this field of study, where if you're choosing a specific, let's say, computer program, which college might give you more chances of approval. So you can basically look at this data and, you know, do your own kind of analysis and find out what makes sense to you. Because having said that, it's not that that visa approval, this is the only factor. There are many other factors as well, but this is just a correlation data which I'm trying to show you. And I can do it for other colleges as well, and which I'm going to do as well. So next I would do is for universities of Ontario. And then if you want to do it for Pacific program or Pacific level, masters or any, do let me know. I can create some videos for that as well. So this is kind of it for now. And so wait for my next video on Ontario universities, and we will analyze them as well. Hope that you found the information useful. If you want to contact me, my contact information is in the description. So please do not forget to like and subscribe this channel. I would be coming up with more videos on student issues, student refusal, choosing the right program, right courses, and many more things. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.